All right, let's jump right in. We've all gotten pretty used to AI that can chat with us, right? But the whole game is changing. Today, we're going to look at the next big leap forward, AI that doesn't just talk, but actually does things. Yep, we're moving from chatbots to do-bots. So what's the big difference here? Well, on the left, you've got the AI we know. Think of your favorite virtual assistant or customer service bot. It's great, it makes our apps better, and it responds when we tell it to do something. But over on the right, we have AI agents. And this is a whole new ballgame. They act on their own, autonomously, to get things done. The key takeaway is they don't just answer you, they act for you. And that's really the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to say an AI acts, but what does that actually look like in the real world? How does it go from just understanding what you want to completing a task all by itself? To figure that out, we're going to break it down into 5 parts. We'll start with what an agent even is, then we'll peek under the hood to see how one works. After that, we'll see what happens when they team up, check out the tools you need to build them, and wrap up with something super important, how to build them safely. Okay, first section. Let's get to the core of it. To really get what's so new here, we need to be super clear on the definition. We're talking about moving way beyond the simple chat apps we use every day and into a new world of smart, autonomous systems that can actually do stuff. So here it is, plain and simple. An AI agent uses those big, powerful language models to figure out your goal. But what really makes it special is that it remembers the context of your conversation, and this is the most important part, it can then take action to help you. That's the secret sauce. The take action part is what separates a real agent from just another chat. All right, so enough with the theory, right? Let's make this real. We're going to pop the hood on a single AI agent and see exactly how it thinks and acts. So let's imagine an AI agent designed to handle one of the most annoying jobs for all of us, expense claims. And we're not just talking about answering questions about the company policy. We're talking about automating the entire submission process from start to finish. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this process. It starts out simply enough. An employee asks a question. The agent gets the prompt, but, and this is crucial, it doesn't just guess. In step 3, it grounds the prompt. That means it goes and cross-references the official company expense policy documents. It's checking its facts. Only then does the language model create an accurate answer. And then, the magic moment. In the final step, the agent actually goes and submits the claim for the user. It's the whole loop, from question to action. So to pull all that off, our little agent here needs 3 superpowers. First, knowledge integration and reasoning. That's its ability to go read those policy documents. Second, task automation, which is what lets it actually file the claim. And third, intelligent decision-making. You know, like figuring out which manager needs to approve a certain claim based on the dollar amount. Pretty smart. You know, one agent is pretty powerful. But the real magic, the real game changer, is when they start working together as a team. This is where we get into these incredible integrated workflows. It's a huge leap forward. Let's build on our last example. Imagine you tell a travel agent about a business trip you need to take. That agent goes and books your flights and hotels. But here's the really cool part. It doesn't just stop there. In step 3, the travel agent talks directly to our expense agent, handing off all the receipts and details. Then, the expense agent just takes it from there and files the whole claim automatically. All you had to do was say where you were going. That's it. Now, this little multi-agent dance is only possible because of a few special abilities. They can plug into other services like airline booking systems. They can talk to each other to hand off tasks. And what you get is true end-to-end automation. No more needing a human to connect the dots between booking a trip and expensing it. So we've seen what these agents can do, which is awesome, but how do you actually build one? Well, you need the right tools and frameworks, and a whole ecosystem of them is popping up. At the heart of any agent, you're going to find 3 main parts. You need a model. That's the large language model, which is basically the brains of the operation. You need knowledge. That could be your company's internal documents or just access to the internet. And finally, you need tools. These are the agent's hands, the APIs and functions that let it actually do things in the world. Now, picking the right way to build an agent really boils down to what you need and how technical you are. The good news is that the whole ecosystem is growing up fast to give everyone options, from business users who've never written a line of code to hardcore professional developers. And this table here lays it all out. If you're a business user, there are no-code platforms where you can literally just describe what you want the agent to do. If you're a bit more technical, there are low-code studios that give you more power. And for the pro developers out there building really complex stuff, you've got full-blown SDKs and dedicated services. There's a tool for every job. Okay, we have to talk about something critical. When you give an AI the power to act on its own, you are opening up a whole new can of worms when it comes to security. You know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. And the risks are very, very real. I mean, just imagine this happening. This is a classic and frankly terrifying example of what's called a prompt injection attack. Some malicious person writes a clever prompt that tricks the agent, makes it forget its rules, and before you know it, it's giving away the keys to the kingdom. And prompt injection, well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We also have to worry about things like data leaking out, agents getting access to systems they shouldn't, someone poisoning their data sources with that info, and even security holes coming in from the other tools they connect to. So the most important thing to remember is that you absolutely have to build these things with a security-first mindset. That means locking down access so the agent can only touch what it absolutely needs to. It means checking every input to stop those attacks, and for really big decisions, making sure a human has to give the final okay. And of course, logging everything and keeping an eye on your dependencies, those are totally non-negotiable. Look, AI agents are a fundamental shift. They're basically a new kind of digital workforce that can run business processes in ways we could only dream of before. They aren't just here to answer our questions anymore, they're here to get stuff done. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to build first?